Kusia woni pem bedwam President Kufuor oye panyini me pese me ka na me fa ni se me for kra no trakope me pese me ka bibi in public netian but the way obohu say ehun susaso no sebi it has created a big blot on his political career. One say them Kufuor ekika mom ka genzi no. Why me pa you dey tell me
blot on his political career.
Now dey Kufuor eke wonte me tell e wo hwa nipa did attempt sebi obi a wanya distinguished career in politics obi a respectable then afei wo de wo akwaje nsem ma afei obi atime enka bibia ntia no but the American say we dey no of no do oye no enye ezo jai because ade a wo ye na enye no wo ye panyin na wo ye no bi catch us over ade a wo ye nya ese wo jai efiseti o wo ye te
he feels so oshowo yin na oshowo ka ho a Bawumia na the right he's been there before
te paka man sebi man for me Sevilla, me ka in 17.
I'm just looking at the relationship.
Me the American Chinese now. One nim jeje o kasa answer me.
Enkoda omni pola kwa ye adwuma. Ade gade ya ban no. Ma yaso aban ye adwuma pa ne anya. Da bidru san koda no ba ko ni Bawumia kuro ya.
O GDA se Ghana for trouble at the manner. San Diana na ono. Obetimi e de oman akonanim.
Nkamen kase me bejina nachi. Oma lobby me. Lobby me. Ya me maba na sabe ni bia force mu pa. Me mu bejini. Copy me nchepi ya nkofo ko office na ni hwa ba ko bi. Me dono bomojini super. Aninti sesi mi maka gofo bi antiase me di mani atutu ne ma pi mi Jesus akoda no oni nipa se Ghana nkan hwehwe na wiase ne yakona addition sa nyami shiraka ho obabu amagana san so intem
Bawumia no nim da ben okofa ni free wonim Bawumia adwuma ben na Bawumia ya it work say he's the best person for you know I'm challenging President Kufuor say what adwuma ben na tie say I na me say on na kofa no ba ana mebua di adwuma na Bawumia di adwuma na Bawumia before.
And that was Alan Kyerematen, an independent presidential candidate who in this interview with Wayoe TV in Kumasi exhibited that he was not happy with former President John Agyekum Kufuor's endorsement of Dr. Bawumia, the presidential candidate on the ticket of the New Patriotic Party, whom he said was the ideal candidate to lead Ghana, citing his technical expertise and proven leadership in addressing Ghana's present challenges. We'll bring you more on what former President Kufuor said about the MPP's candidate. But first, here is more on why Alan Kyerematen is not happy. You know, politically and prior to former President Kufuor's open endorsement of Dr. Bawumia, some had suggested that the gentle giant was supporting Alan Kyerematen on the quiet, even though Mr. Kufuor had openly endorsed Bawumia earlier. On the grounds or underground, some of the campaign messages were that Kufuor was supporting Alan Kyerematen.
Also, who judge OBT? Yeah, nipa miensa. Me fancy 3 top career. Ana odi ato yiso. Ensenyeni. So what I say? Dia Joanna Bawumia here before. Also confirmed by. Also ko read the paper bi wo baby. Ana. Enu na ye gina so. E di beka say nipa ni betime the president. Fast forward. Wa ba mu. Me my minister. Yeah. Under your government. So what I say? Answer na me ba be minister no kra no mpo no. Onu ankasa nim my worth. So what I say? President Kufuor answer me be minister. Say na o peso gina supie so kase onim Alan worth and wonim adwuma maya. So what I say? So no ara me to be ka wo. You
wish you had endorsed
me
because of comedy na go
the American onwa timi ka say owo aban 70% or even more of the policies in Ifriala.
Oh, I see.
For can be on fancy. And nothing I may say,
we will bring you more on former President Kufuor's interview later, but before then, from the Graphic Digital newsroom and in our brief today, we will also take you to the camp of the Convention People's Party.
I'm trying to prove to you that I'm a man of action. The youth of this country must rise and follow a man of action. And the action is to go back and bring Kwame Nkrumah's spirits back to govern this country through our leader. It's me, Kasabebre. But who remember the veranda boys and girls of this country? Kwame Nkrumah takes now veranda boys, so veranda girls so the edge. Me say, me a lawyer. CPP Eba Abemwa. Yemma police for and cock get to be and cock say, you who said, you be some go to the show. That's a true qua. You know the courts. You know the court. Me, lawyer. Me a vice president of this country. I'm running up on the Kwaiso. That's I'm running up on the Kwaiswa. The thing to take you say, Nipa no so watching this Okuta Kanja Kitwebia. Man Fanny Cotton Sawum, Fasobia Niso. Faniko Avayame Rice Farms, like Alcoya Mama Ghana. CPP, Yabe State Farm the Bay. Into Yadin Maburu, Yadikato Boys, Engabu Sound for 10 years. Yansa Dianimo, Yanamba State Farms, number 8 Mama Ghana. Oh, yeah, lawyer, Gaba, oh, yeah. It's Mechano, here. The American say, China for who owns some way going on. I won't pretend with China. I know about a way power, your construction sites. Young fire Maburu and Kobujo. What's a young construction site? The young railway site, no more Yakima, no more Whiting, no more Jessica, no more Bravo. It's the youth of this country. If CPP gets to power, there will be no incarceration for the possession of cannabis. We will have to bring these youth, those who need rehabilitation, we will equally rehabilitate them.
And that was the vice presidential candidate of the Convention People's Party, Wayoe, who was talking about some of the things the CPP government will implement when elected into office. He was speaking at the manifesto launch of the CPP in Accra. There is a surge in unapproved materials in the mattress production industry, and following this, the Ghana Standards Authority has warned of an imminent crackdown. The Ghana Standards Authority has uncovered that some mattress manufacturers are using unauthorized materials, specifically plastics instead of polyurethane, in their products. This, according to the GSA, is a blatant disregard for the Ghana standard for foam mattresses. What this means is that the unauthorized materials poses significant health risk and potential harm to consumers, according to the scientists at the Ghana Standards Authority testing facilities. The polystyrene, the recently discovered unauthorized material being used in the production of mattresses in Ghana, releases volatile organic compounds that can cause respiratory issues and skin irritation. The Ghana Standards Authority scientists told Graphic Online's Kester Abraham Crunchy in an interview. Additionally, the scientists told Graphic Online that it is highly flammable and presents dangers during fires, producing toxic fumes. The use of these materials also contributes to microplastic pollution, which negatively impacts human life, wildlife, and that of the environment. The scientists who have completed a research into the material said, it is based on this that the Ghana Standards Authority is going to crack down on the unapproved use of the harmful materials. The GSA has currently deployed trading standard officers out there to gather intelligence and locate these manufacturers to face the appropriate sanctions. And in the House of the Legislature today, some members from the National Democratic Congress caucus, led by Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa from the North Don constituency, have called on President to set up a commission of inquiry to investigate the distribution of alleged contaminated rice to some senior high schools in December last year. The Member of Parliament for North Tong, Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa, who first made the allegation last week, said the rice numbering over 22,000 pieces of the 50 kg bags were expired and contaminated. He said the bags of rice were repackaged and distributed to senior high schools across the country by the National Buffer Stock Company. He alleged that the rice imported from India expired on December 20 in 2023, but they were repackaged into white 50 kg bags and labeled as made in Ghana rice with the inscription Sidao ECOWAS Regional Food Security Reserve. This is what he said at a press conference in Accra today.
Why did NAFCO, led by Alhaji Hanan Abdul Wahab and Nana Boache, the board chair, permit their NAFCO storage facility in Kumasi to be used by laments for this criminal rebagging? Why did NAFCO enter into this callous and criminal conspiracy with laments to put the lives of our students at risk? Why did NAFCO not seek approval from the FDA for the dubious repackaging exercise as required by law? Why has NAFCO failed to comply with the Public Health Act 2012 Act 851, which requires that all NAFCO storage facilities across the country be registered? As of today, NAFCO has failed to comply with utter impunity and continues to put the health of our children at great risk. We checked only last week, and will you believe, ladies and gentlemen, that NAFCO, after all of this scandal and brouhaha, the uproar, they have still not registered their storage facilities with the FDA. The impunity, the carelessness, they can't be bothered. We are told that Alhaji Abdul Wahab is busy campaigning to be MP, so he doesn't care. Now we continue with our questions for the government. Is the claim by the Education Ministry that the FDA extended the best before date from December 2023 to April 30, 2024 accurate? Is this true? The FDA must speak to this. And you in the media, please help us. Please do your work. The FDA should not be allowed to be silent in this matter. Now, if this claim is accurate, the claim that the FDA is now in the business of extending expiry dates, as Kwesi Kwarteng of the Ministry of Education is claiming, if this claim is accurate, can the FDA explain to Ghanaians under what law and authority they extended the expiry date for laments, as claimed by the Education Ministry? We passed that law at 851 here. There is no provision in the law which allows FDA to be extending expiry dates. We want to know under what authority, which provision of Act 851 gives FDA that legal authority to do what they did. We also want to know what are the FDA's protocols for such strange extensions. I'm sure there are many, many businessmen and women, shop owners, who will want to know what these protocols are so that they will also be rushing. What is good for laments is good for the gander. But of course, in that process, all of us will just die. That is how dangerous this laments precedence is.
Before we go, this is a recap of some of the things former President John Agyekum Kufuor said in his media interview on Sunday as part of his endorsement of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, the presidential candidate on the ticket of the New Patriotic Party.
Stronger than the dollar. And into officer 00 baby by Shishimu, this is $1. You charge 0 soon. And there was a hearing vote in the minister. Hey, for 0 scar can you charge him? Well, I consider me. At the end, economy now, I support strong currency. mekasa ware nkoda omni pola kwa ye adwuma ade gade ya ban no ma yeso aban ye adwuma pa ne ne da bidru san nkoda no ba ko ni Bawumia kuro ya.
Thank you for watching. For more news, please don't forget to visit our website graphic.com.gh and follow us on our social media. Our handles are Daily Graphic Ghana on Facebook and Instagram, Graphic GH on YouTube and X, and Graphic Online Ghana on TikTok. My name is Enoch Dafa Frimpong. Thanks for watching.